right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. We know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
The ancient Hindus invented a very good thing. They called it the Atman, the higher self, the supreme thing. And that supreme thing is still born of the thought. But people are so gullible, so unreasonable, like to live in illusions and make believe. They accept all this. So we are saying, when you strip yourself of your conclusions, of your words, of your experience, what are you? You are nothing. You are empty. So consciously or unconsciously, the feeling that you are nothing, you get frightened of it. And then you begin to identify. Then you fill that emptiness, at least you think you can fill that emptiness with lots of ideas, with lots of relationship, with lots of knowledge, etc., etc. Can the mind observe that emptiness and not move away from it?
Huh. Hey, man, I'm recharged after 4 days of chillaxing. You dig? The voice of reason has returned to the scene of the conversation. And I have an important conversation to bring to bear, especially in today's tumultuous times. Listen, there ain't nobody to believe in. Zoe finna get in trouble. I'm talking about another person. I'm talking about a position. There's nobody to believe in other than yourself. You hear Krishnamurti, the great Uncle Hurty, out here hurting folks with the truth. Right? He said, you strip away all that you've accumulated. You strip away all of the psychological patterns and baggage that you came into this world with, and you are nothing. Many of us don't want to be seen as nothing because we see being nothing as something derogative. But what he's saying is consider nothing as unconditioned. Ooh, because the sum total of who you are is what you've been through. You think that's a good thing, right? But in many cases, it is not. I don't know if y'all ready for tonight's topic. Because this is about to get deep. We got to start off September. This is the countdown, the wind down of the year. The year is officially winding down. You know how this goes. They already got the Halloween candy and decorations in the store. You know what this means. Once Halloween hit that corner, it's over. It's over. It's a wrap. This year is a wrap. And I have to stop playing. Okay? So here we go. The path of the self-Messiah. Zoe, that's sacrilegious. No. It is not. Self-awareness is not sacrilegious. Let me get into it, though. The path of the self-Messiah, a riveting inquisition into the reason why the Savior, therapist, the lover, the mentor, and the helper is potentially dangerous. What do you mean? We always looking for a savior, whether it's a political savior, whether it is a pastor that's going to be this charismatic personality. We are always a mentor, we're a lover, somebody to come in and make it all better. We're always looking for a savior. But this inquisition tonight is about the potentially dangerous savior. How so? How so, Zoe? Just because a therapist went to school for 5 or 6 years and had 5,000 hours of therapy themselves does not mean they're individuated. So, academically, they are a therapist, right? They took all the tests. They did all of the therapy themselves. They had 5,000 hours. They interned. They did all. But that doesn't mean they're individuated. And if you're not individuated, how can you lead someone to individuation? At least be in the process of individuation. If you're in the process of individuation, wouldn't that keep you honest in front of your clients? Have you ever seen a therapist get an attachment wound, or an attachment wound is triggered in them when they're trying to help someone else? Ooh. A riveting inquisition into the reason why the unindividuated savior, therapist, lover, mentor, and helper is potentially dangerous. A deeper examination of the risks associated with unhealed therapists, teachers, gurus, preachers, intimate partners, social media influencers. That's me too, right? Celebrities, pastors. When they lack the desire for self-realization, individuation, and the embodiment of their teachings. How many pastors you know that got that book down? Got 4,000 verses memorized and ready for argument? Ready to go for it. But they don't embody the book. There are a lot of therapists out there. It's their job, and they look at it as a job. But psychology was born out of philosophy, the love of wisdom. Psychology becomes the study of the soul, which later became the study of mental and behavioral patterns. We're actually hacking into the spirit of people. You can't look at that as just a job, right? What happens when a teacher is unindividuated and is teaching young children? I remember when my daughter was moved up to the 2nd grade. She was a 1st grader. No, she was actually moved to the 3rd grade as a 1st grader. And I told the teachers, I said, listen, please now, don't just be moving her up because you guys have to fill the seats. Because each student sitting in a seat represents funding for the school. I said, now, don't just move her up there now. She has to, show that she can be there, and I hope you're moving her there because you know she can do it. Now, if she can't do it, this is my only daughter. Don't get me acting a fool. Come on, man. Get ready. This is my daughter. She's 7. You know I'm already turned up. Man, the first day in the 3rd grade, my daughter was struggling with a concept she had never seen before, which is something they would have taught her in the 2nd grade. The teacher comes by and says, I knew you was going to be the first one to choke. Boy, it almost brings tears to my eyes because that's my daughter, bro. Like, hey, you want to see the dark side of Zoe? Mess around. What they say? F around and find out. You dig? But the teacher said, I knew you'd be the first one to choke. This is her first day in the 3rd grade. So, she made me so proud. When she came home, she told us, what the teacher said. And then she said, but I made sure I didn't cry in front of her because I didn't want her to feel like she got to me. I said, come on, strength. She said, I made sure I didn't cry in front. I said, come on, Prima Move. Let's go. But I tell you what, it didn't do nothing but rain fire and hemstone, because him was on campus the next day. Fire and hemstone. I was there. Turned up. I had the black principal, no disrespect, and the Asian teacher. And I went absolute ham. I said, I told you not to put her in that class, didn't I? And then you gonna put her in this class with this broken soul? And I told that teacher to her face, I said, you do not deserve to be around these young souls. You're dangerous to their spirit, to their development. You should be ashamed to call yourself a teacher. That's what I told her. And the black principal was kind of like, go ahead, get her. I said, no, it is on you too, because I told you not to do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you put people in position that are broken, if they don't lead with that brokenness, if they don't use their own brokenness as a teaching mechanism, right? Lead with their brokenness. If you've been listening to the Voice of Reason for 3.5 years here on KBLA Talk 1580, you know I lead with my story. I lead with my limitations. I lead with my flaws. We are doing this thing together. I am not the authority. I end every show saying that. Do you understand? We so afraid to embrace ourselves, it's easier to embrace an ideal relationship, an ideal partner, an ideal pastor, an ideal therapist, an ideal... Do you understand? The catastrophe of the unindividuated savior. The most catastrophic invention of the human psyche is not war. not capitalism, not religion. It is the figure of the unindividuated savior, the therapist, the guru, the lover, the influencer, the parent. That's what I said, the parent, who steps into the archetype of redeemer without first dismembering their own illusions. Now, I'm going to give people a pass. You can't dismember all of your illusions at one time, but you are a better leader when you show the process that you're going through, the process of dismemberment. People think it's a bad idea to show that to your kids. Boy, you better give them damn answers. Because guess what? They're recording it vibrationally, the frequency, subconsciously. They're picking it up anyway, but they're picking up a mystery. Uh-oh. This unindividuated savior figure is not merely dangerous. They are ontological plutonium. They warp entire relational fields, collapsing sovereignty into dependency, siphoning vitality under the guise of benevolence. How many times you seen your favorite preacher get taken down in some scandal? How many times you saw the politician that gave you hope, that made you feel like everything could be different, fall? How many times did the lover you chose turned out to be a liar because they relied more on the mask they wear than the presence that they could cultivate and project out? How many times? Why? Because their charisma is not light, but shadow inverted. Their compassion is not wholeness, but fracture masquerading as the cure. Like the Higgs boson, the so-called God particle. They invisibly confer mass upon, listen to what I'm saying, mass, weight, gravity. They invisibly confer mass upon everything around them. But in this case, it is the mass of trauma, not substance. The gravitational density of unprocessed wounds, not divine radiance through presence. Babette Rothschild showed how trauma, unintegrated, leaks somatically. A therapist with a dysregulated nervous system colonizes their client's body. Ross Rosenberg's human magnet syndrome reveals how codependent seekers and narcissists, oh my goodness. Andy is like, it's too much, you need to go. Listen, hold tight. When we come forward, I promise you, the heat is only gonna get hotter.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale, up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed, plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. The Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you ready to be a part of the conversation that will help shape our nation's future? Get ready to join us for the Left Coast Forum, Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech, where progressive voices will come together to tackle the issues that matter most to working families across Los Angeles and beyond. From economic justice to climate action, from healthcare to housing, we're bringing together the brightest minds and most passionate advocates for real solutions and real change. With workshops, 2 major keynote addresses, and a closing reception with great music and good food. It's the Left Coast Forum, where your voice matters and your ideas take action. Saturday, October 25th at LA Trade Tech. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the LA Progressive. The future won't wait, and neither should you. Mark your calendar now to be there and be heard. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
We don't know who we really are. It's, I mean, without solidifying this, it's like an actor who is playing a role, and while they are playing the role, he absolutely identifies with his role. I mean, if it's a good actor, he becomes the character he's playing. But if, when he goes off stage, he still thinks he's Hamlet, he has a problem. And so this is the point, that yes, we play our role, and we play it the best we can, because this is the role we're given to play in this lifetime. But essentially, we know we are not that. And so it's very important to always remember that behind all the coming and going of this conceptual mind, we have Buddha nature. It's very important to remember that at the essential nature.
Man, I love Tenzin. Look her up. Her name is Tenzin. Tenzin Palmo. Tibetan monk. I'm gonna bring you all your favorite preachers. I'm gonna bring you Tibetan monks. I'm gonna bring you Hindus, Muslims, Buddhists. I'm bringing the whole spiritual diaspora to bring home this point. The voice of reason. Nobody's having conversations like this. We're live on KBLA Talk 1580. Tonight's topic, the self-Messiah. How to become one. In a world of pretenders. Just because it's your profession to teach. Just because it's your profession to diagnose. It doesn't mean that you are healed yourself. And when you're not healed, you got to show your registration of the unhealed. Hey, I'm in the process. I'm healing. I'm not perfect. Lead with imperfection. Because people have a tendency to idolize, right? And pedestalize the most broken people amongst us. Now, that's okay if that broken person lives out their brokenness. It lives out. Come out the closet. So many people are in the closet with regards to their brokenness, but out the closet with regards to their sexuality. Oh, hold on, Zoe. What are you trying? I'm trying to start something tonight. We got callers on the line. Let me get this brother in here real quick. Jaron from New Bern, North Carolina. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
First off, Zoe, once again, I want to say you're a big inspiration, man. I always listen in, and you that dude, and I don't think they're picking up what you're putting down. But as far as the topic tonight, a lot of people can't live their brokenness because we live in a world that's a facade.
Ooh.
Everything is filtered. Everything is BBL.
No. You don't get to smack me in the mouth on my show. Hold tight, Jaron. Don't go nowhere. He said BBL. Everything is fake. This is an illusion. Hold tight. We going back to North Carolina when we come forward.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. President Trump says federal forces will intervene in Chicago, suggesting the National Guard may be sent in, though he did not give a timeline. He claimed black residents are asking for help.
Most of them were African American, were black. And they were saying, please, please, please let the president send in. These were people from Chicago.
He went on to criticize the city's high murder rate and pointed to what he called success with the Guard in Washington, D.C. Black Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott is praising a sharp drop in violent crime, with 2025 on pace for the fewest homicides in 50 years. The city has seen 91 killings through August, down nearly 30% from last year, along with a 21% drop in shootings. And George Raveling, former black basketball college coach and Nike executive, has died at 88 after battling cancer. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Experience adventure at Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Ride the world's largest rotating tram car. Explore over 50 miles of scenic trails in pristine wilderness. Dine at 8,500 feet with awe-inspiring views and get that perfect souvenir. Adventure at its peak. Learn more at pstramway.com.
At the tone, please record your message.
You ready? Drop it!
Mr. Tavis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place. For changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you wet shaving? You'll get razor bumps.
Nah, Pops. I'm good with Gillette Skin Guard. How long you been growing that beard Mama hates anyway?
Since 77. I shaved and got ingrown so bad.
That's why I use the Gillette Skin Guard razor, face scrub, shave gel, and moisturizer. So I don't have to worry about new razor bumps or shaving irritation.
Gillette Skin Guard, huh? Your mama's gonna love this one.
The best a man can get keeps getting better with Gillette Skin Guard. Buy now at a retailer near you.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a black and brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at walkgoodla. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
So I run a group, and the group ended recently. And so we were just kind of offering feedback about the end of the group. And I couldn't have said it better myself, but one person was like, I came to this group because I thought Dr. K was the only one that could help me. Like, I was convinced that he was the only one, and he understood me so well, and he's the only one that could help me. After 16 weeks of working with Dr. K, I realized that I never needed him. And that, like, really what I needed, like, the only person I needed was myself. And that's the truth. And that's, like, the best feedback that I could get. Is everyone has this perception that what you guys need is me. But, like, y'all don't need me. You know, it's kind of like, just because you watch a cooking show and there's, like, an amazing, you know, like there's an amazing 5-star chef or whatever who's, like, making this food. Like, sure, that dude makes delicious food, but there's, like, delicious food all over the place. I know that a lot of people feel like I'm the only one for them, and believe me, it's flattering, but I think you guys don't know me as well as I do. And I think you'd be surprised at what you're capable of is if you put your mind to it and work with just any really any therapist. It's about what you guys put in, not about what we put in. The last thing that I want to say, I'm going to read something to you guys. Okay, so there's a post on our subreddit right now that says, today's chat with Zach and his father, Dave, is probably the most incredible thing Healthy Gamer has ever done. So I want you guys to think about this for a second. What makes that incredible? Because it's not me, right? So, like, I'm the constant in Healthy Gamer, but what makes that so impactful is, like, Zach and Dave. Like, sure, I'm the common element, but if you really think about it, like, why?
Man, Healthy Gamer, he doesn't miss. And that particular clip is from the episode called A Therapist's Guide to Therapy, Dr. K with Healthy Gamer. And the point is clear. A great therapist is not going to project any of their wounds onto you, not purposely anyway. And what they're really trying to do is guide you into, or get you ready to get in position to grab the reins of yourself, right? And you lead yourself out of your mess. That's really what a good therapist would do. But I would also say an unindividuated therapist is potentially dangerous, right? An unindividuated therapist is potentially dangerous. Sure, you hear people talk about it all the time. You got book knowledge, you got book smarts, but we need the experiential, right, piece to go with it, right? I can honestly say Zoe Williams is about 15 to 18% individuated. I can honestly say maybe 15% individual. I've got 85% to go. Flawed, broken, self-misunderstood, Yeah, that's me. And I would never get up here and act as if I got it together or I got all the answers. Nah, man, if God grants me more life, I promise I'm going to dedicate myself to healing myself, to embracing the individuation process even more fervently. But you got people out here with answers from an intellectual space, but not necessarily, right, from an experiential space. And we follow everybody. Pastors know the book, but haven't learned to embody the book, haven't metabolized the book, right? Same with imams, right? That's the purpose of any holy book, is to get you to a higher level of consciousness that puts you at the doorstep of God. Come on, man. We got people on the line. Let me get this right now. Jaron, New Bern, North Carolina is on the board, brother. You were talking about Maya, the illusion of the world. You start talking about BBLs and fake eyelashes and men running around here with Earl Scheib paint jobs on their beards. Talk to me, brother.
Now, when I say BBL and I say the world is filtered, what I mean by BBL is this world is a big, bold lie. Ooh. Everybody's living in that big, bold lie, and nobody can stand on their brokenness. I know for a fact I'm broken. I have abandonment issues. I'll be the first one to put it out there.
Come on, man.
If you look at people follow me on my podcast, I do a podcast as well, and I always put myself out there because I know I'm flawed. Yeah. And that's what makes me strong, is the fact that if you know you're broken and you put it out there and you stand on it, that's the first process to growth. But then you have to go further. But the problem with the world is everybody wants to live this BBL. Everybody wants to live this filter. Everybody wants to have the cute cat ears. Everybody wants to be something they're not and follow the people that they're not. And those people that they're following are entertainers or influencers to a degree, and they're there to entertain you, not to lead you, and that's the problem. No, the people that want to lead are called crazy because they speak the truth.
Brother.
And that's the problem with the world.
Man, Jaron, come on, man. You know you cooking with the rarest grease, brother. Guess what you just did, Jaron?
What I do, bro?
You brought North Carolina in the building, man. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We got callers on the line. Jaron just set it up from the East Coast, the Southeast. But let's get even further into the West. Hey, Sean from Oakland, California is on deck. Sean, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic, my friend?
Well, I'm going to do my best for this topic, brother, because I think the topic is awesome. My thing is, the heart becomes an object if the brain only works. Do you know this quote?
Huh. That's very deep.
Let me say it again.
The heart becomes an object when the brain...
If the brain only works.
Wow.
So people have attributed this to Krishnamurti, but I don't know if he actually said it. But it makes sense to me, right? Once you, are just, look, all of us have sexual desires, right? All of us, have this thing. You're attracted to somebody because of all sorts of things. But a lot of it, and this is my son here, Jay, coming down, so you get to hear my son.
That's
but
all right.
My thing is like, I think that the heart does become an object if the brain is only working, because we're only thinking about, having sex, right? Mm-hmm. So, and people have attributed this to Krishnamurti, but I don't know if that's true. But I think it's actually true.
I agree.
Because, yeah. And by the way, and that could be fine. for a short-term fling or a short-term thing. But, long-term, probably not. That's what I'm trying to tell people. I've been married 33 years, together 38. My thing is, you're going to have to deal with all kinds of stuff. And my son here is just so excited coming down and listening to your amazing show.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, this is Jay. That's right. Yeah. And you want to talk about athletic and amazing. But what I'm saying is, if we get over the fact that, realism, where, it is, sometimes you're just attracted to that person.
Right.
And we want to do that. And if the other person is consensual and do that, that's fair. But if not, no. You got the power of no. Like I talked about the other day. You're like, no.
The power of no. I like that.
So that's right. Jay right here. He loves your show. I'm telling you, I talk all the time on your show whenever I can get on,
Well,
or
Sean,
even when I'm on hold.
Well, Sean, we appreciate the insight, brother. Now you tell me, what did you just do?
Brother, Oakland and the Bay Area and the United States in the building.
All right now, man. I appreciate the insight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building like Oakland and North Carolina, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. I think when we come forward, we're going to Hawaii, and then we coming back to home base, South Central Los Angeles. Let's get it.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on autopsy, then click on request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Lena Bloom for the Bail Project. Imagine you're stuck in a jail cell and you can't afford bail and someone offers you a way out. Just plead guilty and you can go home and kiss your kids goodnight. What do? What thousands have. You plead guilty whether you are or not. Cash bail makes poverty a crime. That's why the Bail Project helps those who can't afford it while fighting to end cash bail. Because freedom should be free. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah. Turn it up, y'all. Turn it up, yeah.
Is it fair to send out the message that the guru appears when the student is ready?
My first reaction is, so how long have you been searching for a guru? What people do is they'll sit on the internet and type 5 emails here and there and think somehow the guru is going to manifest. ऐसा नहीं होने वाला है. Even to buy a t-shirt also you have to go 10 places and search. So if you want a guru, take time out, keep 1 year period and go and meet people across India. Don't expect some perfect guru to come. Perfection is not going to come. You are not perfect. Why will the guru be perfect?
So gurus can also be flawed.
Everybody is a human being at the end of the day. But you revere the guru because he is giving you some knowledge, and after he is giving you important knowledge, and after that you do your own sadhana.
Come on, the guru is flawed. Lead with the flaws, guru. That's a sign of integrity. We live in a relationship environment that encourages us to hide our weaknesses, to hide our flaws, to not present ourselves in the fullness of our being. We know how to perform love. We know how to perform care. But it's about being your true self. So many people struggle in that space. And in struggling in that space, they're looking to someone to be the example for them. Most people who are successful, the people that follow them, want something from them or want to know how they became successful. So they don't really care about the person. They care about the product that the person can connect them to, the product of being like them. The end result of it. Give me that. How did you get that? I want to get there. Show me. And they'll show a high level of allegiance. They'll show a high level of respect as long as they think they are getting what makes that person special so they can add it to themselves. And then once they add it to themselves, what typically happens? Guru is flawed. Oh, this is good stuff. I got callers on the line. I want to get them all in. John, Mountain View, Hawaii. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, my friend?
Greetings and blessings, Chad, and those within the sound of my voice. Blessings to you, Zoe, again. And like always, you want to bring something crazy to the side of the game. My goodness.
Yeah, I always do. Come on.
But it nuance. Let's defend the BBLs real quick and differentiate the difference between the two. Number one, yes, you may have to go to Brazil to actually get one, but you don't have to go through the surgery.
Ooh.
Maybe you should just join the people in the mountains, get up in the gym, and earn your BBL, which is a Brazilian booty lift, because most of Brazilian women go to the gym and they have perfect ones.
Okay. Yes, they do. But all right. Okay. And we're coming to the point here. Come give it to me, brother.
Yeah. The point of Jesus, Judas side of the game. Judas, who was told to give the gifts that Jesus told him to go into the church with, but want to argue with Jesus about the gift giving. And this precious gift he held in his hand, which again, Judas, are you here for the God you serve, or are you here for the blessings in your hand?
I like that.
To
Keep
differentiate
going.
that, let me just lay this on the line for the rest of us, because again, yes, if we knew what we was following, we wouldn't follow it, because it is all fake.
Ooh. Oh, come on. Is it, are we speaking in absolutes, or is it some banal?
Well, there's some banal, but again, where are you going to prove that at if you're not individuating?
But that's my point. And I think you're drilling right down into it. That's my point right there. My thing is, if you're flawed, your flaws must be a part of the curriculum that you teach others. Not for them to replicate the flaws, but for them to be aware of your flaws. When was the last time? Therapists aren't even trained to reveal their stuff. They're trained to isolate themselves and be objective and just look. But I think there is some overlap there, energetic, spiritual overlap there. There can be a codependent relationship built up between the person who thinks they're being saved and the person they think, or the person they think who is saving them, and the person they think they are that needs to be saved. Your thoughts?
My thoughts. Men, we can no longer face women and be mad at them for the makeup, the BBLs, the fake breasts, the things that they do to inquire our attention. First and foremost, if you're on your square, you will know the first scar you leave on their soul when you find yourself in a relationship with them and yet want to follow your purpose.
I love it, brother. Guess what you just did, my friend?
Mountain View's in the house. Blessings to all. Work hard, be better. Blessings.
Yes, sir. We've been on both sides of the United States. We started in North Carolina. We over here in Hawaii. Just we've traversed the whole expanse of the United States. What city is up next? All you got to do is call me, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we gonna come home, though.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. President Trump says federal forces will intervene in Chicago, suggesting the National Guard may be sent in, though he did not give a timeline. He claimed black residents are asking for help.
Most of them were African Americans, were black, and they were saying, please, please, please let the president send in. These were people